Lesson 2, how to make the calories work for you. So, where do we place our calorie numbers based on what our goals are? Let me explain. It has been found to be 3,500 calories is considered 1 pound. Just take my word for it, 3,500 calories is a pound. So let's say you want to lose 1 pound a week. Well, we're going to divide 3,500 calories by 7 days out of the week, right? So 3,500 divided by 7 is 500 calories. So whatever I want to do, if I want to gain a pound a week, I need to be eating an extra 500 calories a day. If I want to lose a pound a week, I need to be decreasing that by 500 calories a day. Now, decreasing it from what? Well, you would be decreasing it based off of the total daily energy expenditure. You'd be decreasing it off of this number. So let's put some sample numbers in here just so we can see what's going on. And I'm going to keep this up here in the corner. 3,500 equals 1 pound. There we go. I messed that up. That's fine. That means 500 calories a day. Now, let's say, for example, that when you calculate your basal metabolic rate in your calculator at the end of this course, you find out that your basal metabolic rate is 1,800 calories. And you find out that based on how active you are, let's say you work out 4 or 5 days a week, you find out that your total daily energy expenditure is actually 3,200 calories. Well, if you want to lose 1 pound a week, what you need to do is you need to decrease this number by just 500 calories a day. So instead of eating 3,200 calories, then now I might be eating 2,700 calories. That's going to equal 1 pound per week. And you guys can't see that. Okay. That equals 1 pound per week. Now, if I want to lose 2 pounds a week, then I'm going to decrease it by 1,000 calories. So instead of it being 500, I'm going to decrease it by 1,000. So this is going to be 2,200 calories a day. That's 2 pounds a week. Well, James, why don't we decrease it even more? Why don't we take it all the way to the BMR? Well, because the BMR is a dangerous place to live, right? Like we've already kind of explained that. You don't want to go too far below your basal metabolic rate. Now, I might split the difference, though. Maybe I'll go with 2,000 calories. That way I'm above my BMR, but well below my TDEE. That's one way I could do it. Just to keep this in mind, healthy fat loss is anything from 1 to 3 pounds a week. That's the average. That's healthy fat loss right here, 1 to 3 pounds a week. So if someone says, hey, I'm losing 5 pounds a week, that's probably not sustainable. They might be losing that much in the beginning. Eventually it will slow down, it will plateau. But even if you're just losing 1 pound a week, guys, that's 52 pounds a year. That's a big deal. Even if you're just losing 2 pounds a week, that's 100 pounds a year. 100 pounds in 1 year. That's like what you see on The Biggest Loser. That's like what you see on Extreme Makeovers. So that's a big deal. Don't ever get discouraged if you're only losing 2 pounds a week. 2 pounds a week divided by 7 days is not a lot every day. Just don't get discouraged, okay? It'll happen. It'll come. So anyway, that's how you would manipulate the calories. You find out what the total daily energy expenditure is. For us, it's 3,200 calories. If I want to lose a pound a week, I subtract 500, 2,700. If I want to lose 2 pounds a week, I subtract 1,000 from that first number. Now I got 2,200 calories. The same thing works the opposite direction. If I want to gain a pound a week, then I'm going to add 500 to this. And now all of a sudden it's going to be 3,700. Or I might even go even more and make this 4,200 a day. Okay? I wouldn't go that high because if you're trying to do what's called a clean bulk, you would only want to start with maybe 300 calories above your TDEE. Let me erase some of this so you can see this a little bit more clearly. So, if I'm trying to lose weight, pick something conservative, maybe just 500 less, maybe just 1,000 less, but don't get too close to this. This would be bad, okay? Don't do that. Don't reach the BMR. If you want to gain weight and you want to do what's called a clean bulk, then I would recommend only going maybe 300 above. Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to pack on a bunch of fat and have to lose it all over again, okay? That's super frustrating. So you want to do what's clean bulk. You want to make sure you maintain your physique as you put the muscle back on. And that's always maybe just 300 calories above your total daily energy expenditure. Now that being said, I'm going to use this time to do a little brief commercial break. If you are what's called skinny fat or skinny squishy, where you have thin arms, thin legs, and a bit of a gut, we have two things we have to do. We have to burn fat and we have to build muscle. Now there's two schools of thought. You can either first build the muscle and then burn the fat afterwards. So if that's the case, then you're going to have a longer cut, right? So I already have a bit of a belly. I got to build some muscle, and then after I gain some fat along with it, then I'm going to have a longer cut at the end. Or I can just get cut first and then build the muscle next. Now, it's my opinion. I like the getting cut first and building muscle next because, first off, I have a longer bulk. Also, most people, when they're skinny, squishy, and they start adding muscle, they're still tired of the fact that they have this belly on them. So it's very discouraging seeing the belly continually. And so what'll happen is they'll tend to quit early. And you have to understand that if you're skinny, squishy, you have to get past that middle phase. There's going to be a middle phase no matter what you do. That's going to be frustrating. In my opinion, though, if you do the cut first, then you're going to have the abs that are going to show. And that tends to be encouraging, and then you can build the muscle from there. Also, if you're a beginner weightlifter, you will put on muscle faster than someone who's a seasoned weightlifter. And so you'll tend to build some muscle anyways while you're cutting because you're a beginner weightlifter. And then once you get the abs showing, then it's kind of it's a more fun bulk as well, putting the mass on while you still have your abs. And yeah, much more encouraging anyways. So that's how you would manipulate the calories. Once we know the basal metabolic rate, total daily energy expenditure, lose 500 a day, lose 1,000 a day. Don't get too close to the BMR. That's a big no-no. If you're going to do a clean bulk, I would suggest maybe just 300 calories extra a day, or maybe even just start out at the TDEE if you've never done this before. Just start out there. Lift heavy, stick to the food, and see what happens over the course of a couple of weeks. All of this is trial and error, though. Okay, just keep that in mind. After a few weeks, you're always going to be tweaking things to see what your body responds to and going from there, okay? And we're off to the next lesson. Thanks, guys.